I'm sure you most likely want to know how to bend reality and what does it mean, right? Keep watching. All right, so let's talk about this, how to bend reality and what does it mean bending reality? So bending reality is creating a reality in your life which is out of norm, the way that is out of norm, like society expectation, out of society expectation, something which is not expected, something which is very special and magical, feels like magical. That's when you bend reality. And there are so many ways to do that. And sometimes when people experience instant manifestation, they feel like they bended reality. It also happened to me several times that I thought that I will reach a certain goal only on a certain way, or there is like several certain ways, known certain ways I can reach that goal. And then it happened in a completely different way, which was never known to me. It was known to others, but wasn't known to me. And it wasn't actually like society, by the society, very very known, but it still happened. And sometimes you bend reality when you actually make a wish, just a wish which sounds so awkward, like you wouldn't believe that it could anytime come true. And then after a couple of months, when shifting the whole situation, that actually it happens. And then you realize, you have an aha moment that, wow, I was wishing for this thing like 6 months ago. And I thought it was just like a silly wish, like you would say, I want to hold a star in my hand or something like that, like something really out of nowhere. And it still happens. Then you are like, wow, I just bended reality. So how to bend reality? And then I will give you also some true examples how I did it. So how to actually bend reality? You probably heard about Jose Silva or Mindvalley, or maybe Dr. Joe Dispenza. So they actually also use the meditation, transcendental meditation, to get into delta brainwaves. And they were the ones who were saying out loud that you can bend reality in delta brainwaves. So that was, I was also learning from my karma guru 5 years ago, how to actually get into delta brainwaves and use it for manifestation, right? And healing. You can use delta brainwave so many things. So it's such an amazing tool actually to experience that. So how to bend reality, how to actually get into delta brainwaves is activating your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is a little pea-shaped gland in the middle of your brain, and you can activate it during transcendental meditation. If you would like to have a video about transcendental meditation, if you want me to actually put a meditation out on my channel, then please let me know in the comments, and I will actually record one just for you and place it on my channel. By the way, I also have a meditation library when you can have access, and there is a monthly fee there, but there are many meditations there, not just the samadhi, not just the transcendental meditation. So basically, when you get into delta brainwaves and then you connect with all your layers, all the dimensions, with your multi-dimensional existence. And the funny thing is how dimensions works, that the outer dimension can impact the inner dimensions, and the inner dimension can't see the outer dimensions. So the funniest way to actually explain this, that when you have a sheet of paper and you have a 2D drawing on it, you draw two persons on the paper. It looks like a cartoon, right? Or an animation. And actually, you from the 3D, you can change the animation. You can actually lift up their hands, or you can actually place something on their head, anything. So for example, imagine that these two persons on the paper is actually talking to each other. And then the one of them is say, oh, I wish to have a cake. And then the other one say, okay, I don't have a cake. And then you are in the 3D, you draw a cake in the hands of the person who wished to have a cake. And then that person is like, wow, I have a cake in my hand. How did it happen? How did it actually come here? You in the 3D outer dimension was able to put that cake into the inner dimension. So basically, if you are in 3D and you're wishing for something, when you bend reality or you experience instant manifestation, then it's coming to you from outside of dimension. Basically, it could come as an idea, it could come as a vision, it could come as an intuition, but it can also physically happen through spirits or some other magical hands, like my hand here, into the 3D to the 2D. So anyhow, some magics. That's what we call magic, when we don't see those hands, right? When it's still happening. So let me tell you the story. So one of the story was I wanted to buy a specific trouser to my daughter. And it was like linen, nice linen trouser for the summer, and which has like a nice shape. So I went to the store. I looked in the store. I went to the children department. I wanted to have a specific size, of course, between 13, 15, whatever. So I went into there, I looked around everywhere, all the hanged pants, all the hanged clothes. There was nothing there, not even the color clothes what I was looking for. So I went through the whole parts and I was like, oh, I wish to find her a pants. It would be so great. And then I walked back, and then in that moment, there was a pants there laying like this, not even hanging on a hanger, just there was a piece of metal on the shelf, you know, like a part of the shelf. And the pants was just like laying on it, the same color, the same material. I lifted up and I was like, oh my God, this perfect size. Everything was perfect. It had still, you know, the, how you call it, the receipts from the store. Some it's for the store product, but somehow it appeared there exactly when I needed, and it wasn't there before, I swear. So I took the pants, I bought it, and this is my favorite pen since this is the favorite pens of my daughter ever. So this was one thing which happened to me as bending reality. But this was a little thing. Another thing was that back in 2000, I think it was 17, 16, I don't know. So back in the days, I was wishing to only have 2 days work weeks. I was very tired working 5 days a week, you know, having just the weekend off, and then still hardly see my children because, you know, I got home in the evening late, and then all of these things. So I was like frustrated as a mother. I felt like a mother should spend more time with their children, you know, and I was like standing in the kitchen and I was like, oh, I wish just there would be like only 2 days work and 5 days at home. That would be so amazing. And then I also made another wish. I wished for like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have a car. I want to walk. You know, I was living a bit up on hill, and then it was a bit of effort to go up and down to work, to the office where I worked. And then I was like, oh, I wish I would actually live closer to the office so I can comfortably work to the office. And what else I wished? And then the no car, and then there was a tennis court next to the office. And then when I walked to the office in the morning, I mean, I went to the office in the morning by car, I parked next to the tennis court, and I was like, oh, I wish to play in this tennis court when actually everybody's in the office, like, you know, 11 a.m. or something like that. And that was it. But these were like wishes, like, how could it be true? Like, it's nonsense. Like, why would be a 2 days work week, right? So I just let it go. I actually quit my job. We actually traveled to New Zealand for 7 months. And then when we came back, I had to get something to work. And the same company said, you can be our contractor, and it's enough if you come to the office twice a week. And I was like, wow. So that's what happened. I went into the office twice a week. I was playing tennis 11 a.m. We got an apartment much closer to the office. So I was walked to the office. I had no car at the beginning. After a while, I had a car because the school was far for my kids. Anyway, so everything I wished for as just a silly wish, everything came true. And so this is just an example of bending reality. And what else I would say? Oh, how to actually do laptop lifestyle. I had thinking about like, oh, I would love to live a laptop lifestyle, but everybody's saying like, okay, for laptop lifestyle, you need e-commerce business, or you have to be an affiliate, or you actually have to have, you know, certain online business to live to live like that, or to be a nomad, what you call it, a traveling nomad, a digital nomad. Yeah. So what happened is I had all of these things in my head, and then I had time to actually look into these things, and then I was started to learn them. So I was paying money to, to study about e-commerce, to study about affiliate marketing, all of these things. And I just didn't feel like doing them. I still learned them because I was like, oh, I want Laptops Lifestyle so much. But eventually what happened that I felt like I want to move to another country and establish my business as a coach, as a healer. And in that moment, I was still working for that company. And then my friend said to me, look, you can just move and then still work. Nobody's going to recognize you are not in the office at all. You can just do it like Laptop Lifestyle. And I was like, yeah, that's true. So actually, I told to my manager that from now on, I'm not going to even show up 2 days a week. So we can actually communicate through internet, or Zoom calls or whatever. And I'm going to work from that other country. And he said, okay. So I just did it. And that's another bending reality. You just do it because you can, right? And then even though nobody has done it around you, or is not something which is acceptable by society, it's still possible. And you don't need to be an affiliate marketer or e-commerce or whatever, or digital nomad. You can actually convert your own work into online work. But the thing is that this all happened before COVID. Can you imagine now after COVID, like nearly like many people does this now, working from home, working from anywhere. It's now is a norm, right? But back then in 2017 and 18, it was something different. It was something out of norm. So I was kind of ahead of time, right? So bending reality, try it. And if you need help to get into that, the brainwaves, keep watching my videos and actually let me know if you need that meditation. Take care, everybody. See you next time.